Greetings to everyone on the channel Real Facts. Today I would like to tell you an incredible story about how a boy saved and adopted a little wolf pup, and a few years later, he repaid the boy with a good deed of his own. He saved his life. In a village not far from the forest, a little boy lived with his mother. One day, when he was playing with one of the other boys in the neighborhood on the outskirts of the forest, he saw a wolf in the bushes. The little wolf was whimpering, and he could not walk. Coming closer, he noticed that the wolf pup had injured his paw and could not move normally. So the boy picked him up and brought him home. "My son, what did you bring home?" his mother shouted to him. "If it is another kitten or puppy, I will take it to the farm right now. Let it live there. Every day you bring animals home from the street. Why do you need them?" "Mom, please look at him. He is so nice." His mom came up to him and saw a little gray thing. "What is it?" she asked in surprise. "Well, it is like a puppy. It's a little wolf pup. Look how cute he is. I found him in the forest near the meadow where I was playing with my friends. His foot is hurt. Apparently he had pinched it somewhere in the forest." "My boy, are you crazy?" The woman, Anna by name, looked fearfully at the wolf pup and at her son. "This is a wild beast. Why did you bring him here? Take it back, now." "Mom, please, let him stay with us until his paw heals. He was sitting there alone in the bushes. He has no one." "Mom, the little wolf pup will not be able to survive on his own. And if you let him stay with us, I promise to help you around the house and wash the dishes." "Oh, that is incredible. You promise to help? One cannot argue with that. Well, I will let your little wolf pup stay. He will live in the barn. Have you already told the forest ranger about your pet?" "No, I have not told him yet." "And Mom, will you not either, please? He will be angry that I have taken the wolf pup from the forest, and he will take it from me. He does not like it when someone takes animals home from the forest. Although, how could I leave him there? What if something bad would happen to him? He is limping, poor thing, and the wolf's mom was not there, so he was lost." "Well, what do you call him?" "I do not know yet. Maybe Jack? The name suits him very well." "Well, son, okay, Jack." His mom smiled and went into the house. Ever since then, Jack lived with the boy. They became best friends. They did not leave each other even for a minute. Where the boy was, there also was the wolf pup. The whole village already knew that a wolf had settled in this family. When the forest ranger found out about this, he immediately went to them and asked how the wolf pup came to them, and made the boy promise that he would let him go into the forest when his paw healed. The boy also understood that he would have to part with Jack someday. Time passed. Jack was growing up. The boy was becoming more attached to him, and the boy's friend from the neighborhood was always joking that Jack would go into the forest and forget his savior. "No, it is impossible. Jack will remember me. We are like brothers. Look how he loves me. Jack is my faithful friend. Got it?" "He does not love you. He loves food and bones with meat that you bring to him. Anyway, all these animals are stupid, and you are stupid too, believing in a wolf's fidelity. As soon as Jack leaves for the forest, he will immediately forget you and will only howl at the moon." The boy's neighbor laughed and continued mocking him for a long time, but the boy did not pay any attention to him. He knew for sure that Jack was his faithful friend. He would never betray him. A year passed. Jack grew and became a strong young wolf. Every day, the boy and his mother realized that they would have to part with Jack soon. The wolf constantly looked towards the forest and showed that he was very interested in what was behind the fence. The mother tried to explain to her son that it was time to say goodbye to Jack. "My boy, do not worry. Jack grew up a great wolf. His hurt paw is almost well now, and he does not limp. You were a big-hearted person. You saved a little wolf pup and raised him with care and love. Let's open the gate tonight and see how he behaves." "Mom, Jack will leave. He has been looking at the forest for a month." "I know, the forest is his home, and here he is in a confined space. He has little space, and there are no relatives of his nearby." The boy listened to his mother, and tears flowed down his cheeks. He went to Jack, hugged him, and whispered in his ear that he loved him very, very much. And Jack licked his cheeks and whimpered. After that, the boy opened the gate of the yard. "Jack, run into the forest! You are free!" The wolf looked at the boy, then at the gate, and hesitantly walked towards the forest. "Goodbye, Jack," the crying boy whispered. Jack turned around, looked at him for the last time, and disappeared behind the bushes. Since then, the boy did not see him again. He sat on the doorstep of the house and waited for Jack every night, but the wolf never returned. Several years passed. The boy grew up and became a good-looking young man. Everyone around was amazed how such a charming guy grew out of such a boy. One day, the young man went into the forest. He often loved to go to the forest alone. He felt freedom there, away from civilization and close to nature. Having walked several miles along familiar paths, he decided to return towards the house when he suddenly heard the noise of breaking branches. An elk or maybe a wild boar? He was thinking, who could break branches so loudly? Moving to a large tree, he suddenly saw a bear appearing from the bushes. It was a huge brown bear. He looked at the guy angrily and roared, "What shall I do?" He had never come across such a big predator. He was frightened to death. One more second and he would jump, and that would be the end. He closed his eyes and prepared for the worst. And suddenly, he heard a wolf growl. Having opened his eyes, he saw a gray wolf standing between him and the bear. "Oh my God, this is Jack!" He immediately recognized him. The wolf circled near the bear and growled at him more and more. The bear tried to get rid of the wolf, but realized that he couldn't and decided to simply run away. Apparently, he was still young, or the wolf was too persistent and experienced. "Jack, my faithful Jack!" The young man fell to his knees and held out his hand. The wolf came up to him. "Thank you, Jack. Thank you, my true friend." Suddenly, in the distance, he heard another wolf howling. Jack turned his head and ran in the direction from which he heard the howl. Apparently, it was his she-wolf who was calling him. The man looked at his friend as tears, like in his childhood, flowed down his cheeks. Jack did not forget me. He remembered his friend and immediately came to help him, risking his life. He was not afraid of a huge bear, and it was because the wolf has fidelity. Now the young man was convinced of this completely. Having come home, he told the whole story to his friend, the guy who said that all animals were stupid and to believe in Wolf's loyalty was stupid. Of course, he was very surprised, but he spoke of Jack respectfully. Such an incredible story happened with a little boy and a wolf pup named Jack. That's all for today. If you enjoyed the story, like and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching. Bye!